What's up, guys? Gull here. This is Taramis. He's a lower level hunter pet that I've been leveling, and I want to show you guys one of my favorite ways to level him. Honestly, you should join instances and play in groups with your friends. If you're level 60, then your pet's only going to get experience if it's between level 48 and 60. If the kills that you are getting are between 48 and 60, your pet will get experience. So it's a bit weird because even if your pet is level 16, you need to kill level 58 to 60 monsters for it to get experience. It's not going to get experience killing the stuff close to its level, okay? And also, it gets exactly what you would get. So if you're in a group with 5 people, then your pet is going to get a split of the experience. So that's why I like killing stuff in this area, because for some reason these orcs that are right at the entrance to Lower Blackrock Spire give the pet more experience than the enemies that are inside the spire, okay? So we're gonna go through this little area and we're gonna see just how much experience our pet gets, okay? So right now, he is at 2,700, or 27,000, right? 27,000 out of 30,000, yeah, that's right. So, we're gonna remember 27,000, okay? And now we're gonna kill all of these orcs, and we'll see how it'll go, okay? I'm going to freeze one of these guys. These two are really easy to kill because they're both hunters. So they're just going to shoot you, and their arrows don't do much damage. Their melee is actually way stronger than their arrows. What? Oh. Well, that wasn't. Usually that guy keeps shooting, but you can usually, or I can usually take both of these guys. Not indefinitely, not forever, but it's a bit irritating because their attacks slow your aim shot and that kind of thing. So sometimes I'll like scatter one of them just so I can get more time. It's pretty good to. You essentially should be using scatter on every possible cooldown because it means that you're not being attacked, so therefore you're gonna make the fight last longer. These guys are pretty simple though. The harder fights are when you have to fight a caster and also one of the warrior mobs, or maybe 2 or 3 of the warrior mobs at the same time. Those get exponentially harder. Fighting just 2 at a time is usually not so bad. Generally, you're gonna need to kill one and then reset it. But if you're fighting 2 hunters, these are actually the best experience-wise. I'll show you right now how much experience we got from that. And then at the end of this, I'll show again. So killing those 2, we're now at 28,600. So we got 1,600 experience per total. So that means each of these gave our pet about 800 experience, which is a lot of experience. That's really good. And they were pretty easy to kill. So if you can get in that the routine here, this whole part gives almost a whole level, even though my pet's level 46, right? You just have to remember, okay, you gotta heal. Oh, I'm healing my pet with a bandage, great. All right, now let's pass through this room, because you can also kill these guys. There's actually 2 more behind him, but I killed them earlier and they haven't respawned, so I'm just gonna use basic, like, strategy here. I'm gonna bring him over to me, get some multi-shots, get the frost trap active, and then I'm gonna scatter him, and then basically just run. And then this is so I can get another aim shot, multi-shot combo in. Right, and then we're just repeating, except in this time, instead of scattering him, I am wing clipping him, and I'm not worried about cheetah, because this frost is still here. I'm just gonna try and get a couple of attacks in. And that's the same process, wing clip, run. If you want to, you can cheetah, but cheetah is risky. It totally allows you to do way more damage, because you can get aim shots in before they hit you. And if you can get an aim shot and a multi-shot, like, you're doing at least 1,200 damage within a couple seconds. So that is really big. But if you get stunned, then you're not getting any shots in, are you? So, you know, is that what you care about? Really depends.
I can't carry any more of those.
So normally there would be another 2. Oh, they're back. Here we go. Now we get to show this fight. Because once we do these 3 fights, we fought 2 hunters, we fought 1 lone warrior, and now we're fighting a healer and a warrior. Once we've done all of these fights, then it's just like the same repetition. Like this fight over here is another healer and a warrior, and then you go up this staircase, and then there's 2 hunters, and then after that there's a healer and a warrior and the quartermaster. So you have to be a bit careful to not pull the quartermaster, but it's doable. I'll show you how to do it. Just waiting for some mana. And now I'm gonna place a freezing trap here. And the goal is to just do as much burst damage as possible to the caster and to stun him with a concussive shot so that he doesn't activate your frost trap. You want that one to activate the frost trap, ideally after you get the multi-shot in. Ideally, doesn't have to be, but it's definitely useful. Oh, he's healing. You healing bastard. And I used my scatter shot too. No! Dang. So, yeah, because I'm now being attacked by both of these guys, I basically have to kill this caster. This warrior is gonna kill me. Unless I kill this caster. Okay. Like, I gotta feign now. So I had to do that because I knew that I was gonna die soon. And see how, like, I didn't have my UI up, but because I have experience doing this, I have a feel for it, and I know when I'm close to death, even though I'm not looking at my health bar. And I really encourage you guys to play that way, because it makes the game more fun. If you're a fan of like the Dark Souls series or any of those kind of games, then you understand that like sometimes the way that we play games, we are so focused on min-maxing and getting as much as possible that we completely lose sight of what makes the game fun. And what makes the game fun is feeling like things have meaning and feeling like you have something to lose and being more immersed, right? And I really encourage you to try and like practice playing without any UI. You have to get used to all your abilities having hotkeys, but it's completely possible. You can do it, and once you get used to it, you're gonna find that you become a much better player than if you're relying exclusively on UI. That being said, for raids, you can't do it without UI. You basically have to know. Is he gonna be close enough? Yeah, he is. That was lucky. You essentially have to know with raids what's going on, how much health people have, all that kind of stuff, so it doesn't really work. Oh, an alliance buddy. They usually just run by and don't do anything. I'm not doing enough burst damage to this as I would like to be doing. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a bunch of distance. Get a concussive. Now, okay, now I should be able to kill him. For most of these two-person fights... No! Freaking healer, okay. For most of the two-person fights, you want to end them once you kill one of the mobs, just out of habit. Like, I could have kited that guy and kept going, but it's gonna be easier. You can essentially die a lot when you're practicing, and I'm trying to level this dude, right? So I don't want to be dying, I want to be slowly, steadily killing stuff. That's really what the goal is. Keep that in mind, because if you're just trying to, like, you can make a lot of little mistakes that just result in you dying and dying and dying. And then you spend like 30, 40 minutes playing and your pet doesn't get any experience. And the whole point was so your pet can get experience, but also so you can have fun, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change my strategy a bit. I really like running down this hallway and having more space to kite stuff. So I'm just going to have Cheetah up from the beginning. You can see I'm not too used to my hotkeys. Just gonna burst damage him. I usually try and get a concussive in the beginning, just because it allows you to get another ranged attack in. And then I'm gonna run to around like here. Whoa, who are you? Where did you come from? What? I have no idea where that healer came from. No clue. Oh, I aggroed that whole pack? How did I do that? Okay. I must have multi-shotted them. You guys were watching that. You probably saw that. So... of course they're evading. Sometimes you can actually aggro half packs that way. You can aggro the whole group and then get them all to come back at different times. And once one patrol returns, then you can pull him before the others have returned. So I must have multi-shotted and accidentally hit one of these guys. Because normally pulling this mob, you don't have to worry about those other ones pulling. So I'm gonna make the frost closer actually. I think it'll be more beneficial. It's like right here. And you can see like this, I have really good gear and I've been practicing this and I totally fuck up. Like, it's totally a challenge. I like that. That's not gonna work. So yeah, so you see how now those other monsters didn't come out? Oh yeah, I can't shoot through these barrels. That's right, I always forget about that. I'm just gonna... I missed my big sword. I just got this Warblade of Hakar recently. And it's totally better for my ranged than the two-handed Zinroth the Destroyer. But man, that sword looks so cool. And I kind of like that sword more for PvE because I just have to get close to an enemy once, and then boom, I can get like 300 damage off with the melee swing. There we go. That's the gist of it. So real quick, I can show you some talents that are really... Whoa, look how close I was to dying there. Yeah, I was meleeing that guy a little bit too much. Let me show you the talents that are most useful for this kind of solo content. Basically, you need to have improved wing clip and also improved concussive shot. Aside from that, you can do whatever you want. Scatter shot's really useful because it means that you can block a heal once if you time it right, which is amazing, to be honest. That's really useful when you're like alone and you don't have any kind of crowd control. However, you could also totally do this with like a more beast mastery focused build or even more survival focused build. Really, the things that give you the most flexibility with this kind of gameplay is these two abilities: improved wing clip and improved concussive shot, because they allow you to just pump DPS into the enemy. And even if you don't have aim shot's so early into the marksman tree, it's usually like a necessity, right? But even if you don't have it, it's still incredibly advantageous for an enemy to just be stuck where they are while you're shooting them, because that means that they're not meleeing you, they're not taking any damage, and that really, 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 really helps, okay? So we're all fed up here. Now we gotta kill another 2-pack, and this is the exact same sitch. We have a guy, a melee guy, and we have a healer. Now I'm going to get as far away as I can from these guys, because the healer the warrior tends to break out of the freezing trap pretty early. So I buy just a little bit more time. Really, I just want to kill the healer, so if the warrior gets to me and I'm almost done with killing the healer, it's okay. But I can't take too much damage from the warrior. I can handle combat with the warrior for like maybe 10 or 15 seconds. I have to be really careful. I got a big shot in though. There we go, we're good. Now, because I killed him, I'm gonna just let him run back. I was probably kind of close to death there. Oh no, not really. Nowhere near as close as the first time. I could have, so I could have actually just kept kiting this guy, but I want to buy myself more time. And also, I don't want to run too far away from my pet that I despawn. That's totally not ideal. Now we're in the fun room. I'll show you why that's the fun room in a second. Can I attack him from here? Oh, I can! That's amazing! Oh, that's so much better. That means I can get a couple shots off. we go. Oh, do I have cheat out? Whoops, that's done. Okay, now we're in the fun room, and this is the fun room because it's got like a bunch of ledges you can jump off of and all sorts of stuff. It's really amazing. Oh, that was a cool spot for that to happen. Yeah, I love that. When that happens and you just aim shot, oh man, it's great. It's so satisfying. And it gives you so much versatility, like it really helps. Those abilities aren't super useful in raiding, but in solo content like this, they're amazing. Cool. Warrior's dead. Hey, that sounded like it was a bit better loot. You can like hear when you get more items, but you don't see them until you do it later. So this is another ideal pack because it's 2 hunters. That means that we can kill both of them with minimal like usage of other things. What I'm gonna do is just place a freezing trap here. I want to feign. I don't want him to freeze. No. Okay, whatever. You can handle both of them fighting you at the same time, but say that something happens or a horde player runs up or something, you're gonna be in trouble. So in general, you want to avoid fighting them both if you can. However, of this whole part that I'm showing you, these two are the easiest mobs to fight. But if you don't have very good gear, you still might want to be isolating the mobs. Your strategy should almost always be isolate the mobs. How did you find me? Where did you even come from? I don't know where a hunter... Is that a patrol? I have no idea. See how little damage it's doing? So because I hadn't healed, I had to look at my health because I was like, I didn't start this at full health, so I might die. But I actually, I'm super confused. I have no idea where that hunter came from. Oh no, I know what happened. I bet it killed my pet. It spawned and killed Taramis. He did, he killed Taramis. Oh no. Poor Taramis. I actually forgot. I need to, that works out because I need to move Taramis. I basically have him stay still because then he doesn't get involved in the fight in any way and then he doesn't die. But it's okay. That means that the first 2 hunters we fought respawned. It's taking me longer than it normally would because I'm narrating and like talking about this, but can I make any bandages? Yeah, I have like nothing, right? I'll just eat that. I haven't finished all my macros and still haven't gotten used to it. I like every time I play, I'll try and hotkey 1 ability like per day because then like I use it and I get used to it. I tried just doing it all at once and then I didn't end up actually using hotkeys. And I'm trying to teach myself to use all my abilities with the hotkey because then I can play in old Z mode more often and more easily. And I like really enjoy this more. It's more fun. Okay, cool. Now it's just business as normal. That might despawn. In which case, there was no point. Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah, now we're just gonna DPS this guy. And this guy freezing, he's gonna unfreeze and start attacking us. We're just trying to buy more time. Sometimes you actually do less DPS this way because I can't use multi-shot right now. Right? So that decreases my DPS a bit. I usually use multi-shot and concussive shot. And I use concussive shot just because I have the talent. So that means that there's a chance that they get stunned and they're not attacking me and not doing damage. Because that means that I'm going to be able to just out DPS them properly. It also makes you do more damage if they're concussed. But it only affects the DPS if... Wow, that was lucky. I just did so much damage. Poor dude. Jeez, he's still not dead? Come on. You gotta be close. You've taken like 5 crits. Okay. That was so many crits. Holy crap. Lucky day. But yeah, they only actually... You only do more damage with a concussive shot if you get the proc, because then that interrupts their combat. I really hate the slowing poison. How come these level like 53 hunters get a freaking slowing poison that lasts like 15 seconds and all I get is a concussive shot? I want a poison I can put on my arrows that gives me crowd control. That'd be freaking dope. So now we're at the hardest part, and the reason this is the hardest is because it's easy to accidentally pull more than 2. It's actually, if everything goes right, it's just a normal burn the healer, freeze the other guy, fight. Oh, wait, I need to... Yeah, that's right.
I need to prep and drink food and stuff, yeah.
So it's normally a fight where you just burn the healer, but the quartermaster is right here. So if we use a multi-shot in the beginning of this fight, it's going to bring the quartermaster. Whereas if I don't, then he's not going to get pulled. Multi-shot's amazing because it's tons of damage, but it's also really likely to pull a lot of stuff. So a quick note on how multi-shot works. It's not actually a cone. A lot of people think it's a cone. It's more like chain lightning. Like if I multi-shot this guy, I can shoot enemies that are not in my line of sight. Right? And if I multi-shot this one, it will shoot the 2 enemies closest to this mob. So you can predict which mobs your enemies or your multi-shot's gonna attack that way. It's not just a random cone like a lot of hunters treat it. So we're gonna use aim shot and then immediately concuss because we want to slow him down. Normally I would get a multi-shot in here. Oh, we got the lucky. Did he resist it? No, there's just no trap. Okay, I gotta reset it. I took too long explaining all that stuff, and my trap disappeared. Gonna get some of my mana back, and start up again. And with the freezing traps, you actually want him to be further back. Ooh, he might not aggro that. We're gonna see. Or trigger it. You want them to be further back, because that gives more time for this guy to get behind. Like normally you're not gonna get a proc, right? Oh, that was close. Okay, well basically I just have to keep going. I don't want to keep resetting them because it's boring. And you can see now, I've actually taken long enough here that there are some respawns. I have a feeling though, unless I do like way more damage to this, that healer right there.
That's still recharging.
It's just gonna fuck everything up for me.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't real.
Oh, they're behind me. Oh, I'm gonna die.
I can't cast that yet.
Yeah, I can't really fight both of them at the same time. I want to, but I can't. It's surprising, isn't it? Like, I feel like I don't know exactly when I'm gonna die, but there really is a feeling, and sometimes it's off, it's not right, but it's real, it exists. It's cool. Give it a bit more time here. Okay. Now let's try and do that again, except you saw how exactly what I was talking about happened, basically. My freezing trap was too close, so the healer got frozen, and you really don't want that. You want the warrior to get frozen.
That's still recharging.
Because if you're fighting them both at the same time, you're basically fucked. This is a staircase. It doesn't look like it's a staircase, but it is actually a staircase. And now I can use, oh yeah, we're fine. Basically, as long as I get 1 or 2 crits off on him, then even if he gets a heal in, he's taking too much damage. So that's one of another great combos. When you have the rooting, like I was talking about those talents earlier, one with improved wing clip and the other with improved concussive shot. When you got one of those roots, you can often use that to cause a multi-shot to happen to 3 enemies that are right in front of you that normally they're in your dead zone, or you would only melee, right? It's a really great combo. And sometimes it triggers a lot, especially if you have it at 20%. This guy's gonna die soon. I think so, at least.
Isn't ready yet. Still recharging.
Come on, buddy. There we go. Thank you. Your death is appreciated. Rest in peace. So now, because I did multi-shot in the beginning, you can see that the quartermaster is right there. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna skip him. Should I skip him? I don't know why I skip him. It's way easier to kill, yeah, I don't need to skip him. I do need to eat food though. We're almost done. You can see it, this is like kind of like a small instance, especially when you do it alone. But by the end of it, our pet will have some decent experience. And like I said, normally it's faster. You can kind of just kill stuff, move on, kill stuff, move on, kill stuff. I'm taking longer because I'm narrating how to do it and practicing this old Z mode, so it's making it take a lot longer than it normally would. But by the end of this run, then I'll show you how much experience we get, and we'll be up here and we would have gone through this part, and it's like a mini lower Blackrock Spire with no bosses. Your pet gets a bunch of experience, so it's okay, right? Alright, so I brought my pet back, and now I'm gonna open on this guy. No particular strategy here, because it's just one enemy, and he's actually not particularly strong. Just trying to get a wing clip in. He's just with a pack of multiple other enemies, so you don't want to fight all of them at the same time. But if you can get them alone, like that. No! Wow, that was a mistake. I did not mean to jump off the edge like that. That was pretty funny. But if you can get him alone, it's pretty easy to kill him. You just have to keep practicing fighting, get out of melee range, shoot him with arrows. I don't really like having 2 one-handed weapons as much for this kind of playing, just because it's really satisfying to just, they get close like this, and you right-click, and boom, you do like 400, 800 damage, because you have a giant 2-handed sword that just completely demolishes them. It's amazing. But that doesn't, you know, there's reasons to use a faster weapon versus a slower one, but that's a topic for another time. Now we're almost at the end. This part's great, because again, it's our favorite combination. 2 hunters. We can easily fight them. I'm just gonna heal up here. I probably can actually make some bandages by now. I'm sure I've looted some rune cloth, right? Yeah, I'll do that in a second. I keep doing that, setting a trap and then going off and doing something else, and then of course the trap's gonna disappear, right? Reset the trap. Oh, that's gonna aggro him. Oh, it didn't. Nice, okay. Now, I guess it doesn't matter which one. I'm just gonna multi-shot them. Closer? What do you mean you need to get closer? Whoa, that guy's back already? Jesus, buddy. That was fast. I guess it's because he's the Blackwing Lair attunement guy. They want everyone to be able to get him. I've heard that's the most murdered orc there is. Poor dude. You saw that dragon flying by? That was cool. Someday. Nice, so that means that he's not attacking me, and I'm not being attacked, so I'm getting interrupted less when I'm aim shotting. So it's actually like, I like the concussive. It makes fights like kind of fun, and it adds a bit of a randomness element to them. Because sometimes you get the procs just multiple times in a row, and you just completely wreck an enemy that otherwise may have been hard. You see, I took both of those and only lost like half health. These guys are the best experience by far. And there's a bunch of them. This part's cool because now we're gonna go to the left over here. And guess what? There's 2 more of them to kill. And we're gonna use a similar strategy. Gonna freeze one of them. This area you really have to be careful with, obviously, at certain times. Because right now, it's not raid time. So I can just screw around here. But this is like a whole way of pure death at other points in the day. So you gotta be pretty careful. We're actually almost done. After these 2, we're gonna fight this pack here, which is just 2 guys, and then we're gonna look at our pet, speaking of. Make sure he's spawned before we don't get experience here.
I can't cast that yet. My mana is low.
I still haven't set hotkeys for my abilities, and that's something I'm gonna do. Or sorry, for my cooldowns, like rapid fire. So I'm not using that at all. Sometimes they just stop attacking me, it's kind of weird. Like, what are you doing? Nice. Alright. Now we're gonna kill these guys. Whoa, I was pretty close to dying there. Somebody once told me these orcs were gonna roll me. I don't have the sharpest knife in the shed. And we're back. Same strat. Oh no, I clicked on an ability. I committed the cardinal sin. So here we're actually just trying to get this guy
That ability is
to ranged attack us because there's a warrior you can't see next to him. And now I'm gonna show you the multi-shot. Boom! Right through the wall. You see that?
not ready yet.
Crazy. This fight's way easier. Once you get through this hallway, oh man, it's great because you have 2 hunters here, 2 hunters there, and then this fight, which is pretty simple. Just because there's no healers. The healer and the warrior that's the hardest combination. 2 healers would be fine, 2 warriors is okay, but the healer and the warrior is a bitch.
That's still recharging.
Again, I'm just buying myself a little bit of uninterrupted combat time. Now this guy's at almost full health. Not quite though.
Not ready yet. Recharging.
Be able to land. Yeah, there we go. I might be able to kill him in this burst. We'll see. Ooh, that's promising.
Can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that yet.
Oh yeah, we got him.
Aim shot, multi-shot, death barrage!
Ready yet.
Still not dead.
Still recharging.
Just gonna individually shoot him now. Look, this is the end. There we go. Arcane shot death. Alright guys, how much experience did we get for our pet? Last time we checked it was 2,000 or 27,000. Now our pet has 1,600 experience. 1,600, about almost 17,000. So we got, okay, 3,000 because it leveled at 30,000. And then we got around 19. Okay, so we got around 19,000 experience for our pet in the amount of time it took. I would tell you now that you can actually do it way faster than that, okay? Just so you know. So, let's see, how much experience does this guy give? Because if he's giving a lot of experience, he respawns super fast. Maybe he's worth just kind of camping. Because ideally, you're killing 2 hunter packs, killing another hunter pack, waiting a bit, killing another hunter pack. Those are really, really good experience. You get like, you guys saw that, we got like 1,600 experience just from those, right? Crazy. So what I'm gonna do now is just show how much experience Quartermaster drops. We are at 16,688. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna kill the Quartermaster. And I'm actually just gonna burn him. I really like Immolation Trap. It does so little damage. I wish it would do more damage. If it did like 1,000 damage, oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, wrong ability. I have like no mana. You need a lot of mana for kiting. It's weird to play with the UI. I can see exactly how much damage I'm doing and stuff. I like seeing how much damage I do. That's like the only UI I enjoy, is like, because if I get a crit, I'm like, oh yeah, that was fun. I liked that crit. That felt cool. Especially this add-on, by the way, to make the numbers look different. It's called Nice Damage.
I can't cast that yet. The spell isn't ready yet. That's still
Boom.
recharging.
You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Nice. So how much experience was that? That was 1,800 or 18136. So, oh, I can math, I swear. 1 second, I'm gonna use a calculator because I'm tired. It is 18136. 18136 minus 166. Oh, wow. 18136. 18136. Minus 16688. Yeah, he gives like 15. That's great. He gave like 1,400 experience to our pet, guys. That guy's totally worth killing every time he spawns. That's the same as 2 of the other mobs, and he's basically a regular mob. So there you go. You guys have it. This is a way that you guys can get experience for your pet. Okay? I'll kill him one more time and then see you next time.
That ability isn't ready yet. I need to get closer. I can't cast that yet. Recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Bring our pet up here. $8,136.
Recharging.
It's actually 18,000, but we're just gonna remember the 8,136 number. I just want to verify he does actually give 1,400 experience, because that's a lot of experience. Wow, he does. That's amazing. This guy is dope. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Best of luck. Ciao!